Hello out there, this is Jonathan Roberts. This is a quick video tutorial and introduction to Evernote, which I've been using to share assignments with my students for years. And on Facebook and other social media platforms, I've seen a lot of folks asking about how to give assignments with this new era of virtual everything that we're in. So I thought I would just make a quick video intro for those that are interested. So Evernote, if you're not familiar with it, is very similar to Dropbox, except it is purely for text documents. It can incorporate some other media, but unlike Dropbox, which is just a shared folder where you can share anything that you can put in a folder, Evernote is specifically geared more to text documents. And it works on pretty much anything with a screen: Mac, Windows, Android, iOS. And you don't even necessarily need to download the app. You can even just use it through the web browser. So it essentially works for anything with a screen, and it's free. Your students will be able to get along just fine with the free version. If you're a teacher with a lot of students, I think if you use a certain amount of data, you might need to upgrade to a paid plan. But it comes with some extra features, and it's pretty reasonable. It's just a flat fee for a year. So diving into Evernote, I'm just going to show you some of the basic features. I'll start by opening up Evernote. And essentially the way it works is you have notebooks, and within those notebooks you have notes. And I've blurred this out just for my students' privacy, but there is a notebook for each student, and I've shared that notebook with that student's parents, or if the student's old enough to have their own email address and device, I can share it directly with them. But just to walk you through it, I want to create a new notebook. It's pretty straightforward if you just play around with it. So I'm just going to go to the top and click New Notebook. And we'll just call it Test Notebook. And I can make it private just for myself and my devices, or shared, which will share and sync with other users. And you can change it back and forth afterwards. This isn't a permanent thing. And I'll just put my own email address in here. Or actually, I'll use a different email address. And that recipient is sent an invitation to share the notebook. And if they don't have Evernote, that email will walk them through the download and setup process. It's very user-friendly. So I'll go ahead to create. And down here, I've got my test notebook. Whoops, I seem to have lost it. Hold on. One handy feature is the search. If you can't find a notebook, you just quickly type in notebook. And here it is, test notebook. And here it says no notes because it's a brand new notebook. And again, this is synced with the person that you shared it with. So any note that you put in here will automatically show up on theirs. Any changes you make will show up on theirs. And depending on how you tweaked the sharing settings, they could edit on their end and it'll sync with yours. So the way I do it is for every new lesson, I'll just put a new note. And for example, today, I might put in 4/13/20 lesson. And then here I can put anything I want. It basically works the same as Microsoft Word or anything similar like that. I can put scales, theory, technique. I don't think I need to go too far into how to type things like a Word document. It does have some cool features. I mean, you can change the size of things, you can change the font, you can change the color, you can do bold, italic, and underline. One kind of nifty feature is you can add these little check boxes. Students get a kick out of this for maybe a week or two before it becomes yesterday's news, but you can put a checkbox next to items that you want them to do, and they could actually check it on their end, and you can see it. And again, kids get a kick out of that for maybe a week or two, and then the checkboxes remain empty, whether they practiced it or not. It's just the field we're in. And there are some really cool features here for us as music teachers, as piano teachers, up here at the top. I use this feature a lot. You can do a recording and it'll put it right in the Evernote for you. So for example, if I want my student to practice some rhythm patterns, I can just click record and say ba 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 ba. And then there it is right there, the audio file. So on their end, all they have to do is click on it. And there it is. So you can record pretty much anything there you want. And to get rid of it, again, you just treat it like a Word document. Just hit the backspace. It'll ask you if you really want to do it, and you say yes, delete it. You can attach other files in here. So in a sense, you can almost treat it a little like Dropbox if you want to put specific files. If you put a PDF or an image, the image will actually show up on here, which is kind of a cool feature. And it has some other things you can play around with. You can put in tables. You can really do a lot of stuff. So I would recommend just kind of going in and playing around with all the features. It has some stuff that I think even I haven't quite figured out yet. But this is, for the value, it's really highly recommended application for giving your students assignments while we are all teaching completely online. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.